Texans play the Jaguars at 12 o'clock. I give you the pregame right now. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of TheLead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. The Houston Texans will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road, 12 o'clock. If you don't got a spot to watch the game, or if you're looking for one, go ahead and head over to Tom's Watch Bar with myself and Wheelhouse Media, along with John Hickman of Locked On Texans. We will be there live streaming the game, so make sure you are there. They give you all the sports all the time. And this is TheLead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Sounds like a match made in heaven. And another match that we need is the Houston Texans to get that absolute W Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. As we all know, Christian Kirk will be making his return for the game, a possible revenge game for Christian Kirk. Obviously, this is his first game at Jacksonville since he got traded to the Houston Texans just this previous offseason, where we didn't give up nothing for him. He was hurt the first 2 weeks, and the thought is adding the veteran wide receiver back to this group of receivers we have currently could hopefully spell not only some targets and receptions his way, not only easier passing attempts and easier downs for CJ Stroud, but hopefully some of that double coverage that has been thrown towards Nico Collins' way. Hopefully some of that could get towards Christian Kirk. We can have ourselves a more balanced coverage, and we can exploit a one-on-one for Nico Collins. That's the ultimate goal, right? That's what we want as Texans fans, and that's what the hope is with Christian Kirk. What we saw from him at training camp was somebody that CJ Stroud continuously relied on when he needed just a chunk of yards to get, or that first down on third down. Constantly at training camp, Christian Kirk's number was the guy being called, and CJ Stroud and him looked like they had some sort of chemistry that was brewing, at least in training camp. So hopefully that is something that can lay over into the regular season, and I'm hoping for a healthy year moving forward for Christian Kirk, because the Houston Texans offense needs every little thing they can get. Jake Andrews possibly returning for this game as well, too. He was the center, but Jared Patterson took over because Andrews got hurt. So we'll see what happens if Andrews goes or not. We'll find out Sunday. But ultimately, this Texans offense could be getting back to 100%. And Braxton Berrios, also another guy that could be back on this team. I don't want to see him, though, taking any reps away from that rookie, the electrifying Jalen Noel, because that man right there is just what I just said, electrified. And anytime the ball is in his hands, I can't wait to see it. The Texans will be taking on the Jags. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars, they had a good game against the Bengals. Even though the Bengals, Jake Browning, 5 interceptions, they still lost to the Bengals, but they've been putting up points. Liam Cohen, got to remember, the Houston Texans just struggled against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive scheme in Monday Night Football. Liam Cohen, the former offensive coordinator, came from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You should expect him to duplicate the performance from Monday night with Baker Mayfield for Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The only thing is, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Houston Texans haven't lost at Jacksonville in quite some time. I want to say 7 years going now. It has been a long time since the Texans have lost at Jacksonville, and if this is any time to the get-right game, it is going to be this one right now. This stretch where you're facing the Jags and then the Titans should be some get-right games for the Houston Texans to get some jump start, some sort of life, whatever hope there is in the offense, if any. We need to find out what it is in the next 2 weeks. We start at Jacksonville again. The Texans going to win this game. CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans cannot lose. Their backs are against the wall, and it is up to them to avoid an 0-3 start, which would be a nail to the coffin for any team in the NFL. The last time there was a team that went 0-3 and made the playoffs, well, I believe that was the Houston Texans under Bill O'Brien. So, if any team could do it, maybe it's us, but that was a different team. This is a different team. I still like the talent we have on this team. The defense is still stacked. There is a lot of good things offensively as well, too, now with Christian Kirk back. Like, This roster is not an 0-2 start to the season type of roster. The results are unfortunate. There's been a few plays that have gotten away where if they turn the other way, the Houston Texans could easily be 2-0, but still with problems. We need problems solved. I'm not quite sure how many of those problems will be solved this Sunday against the Jaguars, but all I do know is that the Texans will be getting this W. CJ Stroud throws for a passing touchdown. We have ourselves a good, decent little run game against the Jaguars. The defense is doing its thing, but ultimately, the Texans get a dub. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be ugly, but at the end of the day, 20-17, the Houston Texans, the defense stands strong. Their backpack continues to grow every single week. The special teams comes up with a huge play as well, but you will be getting turnovers in this game, and that is what's going to ultimately lead to the Houston Texans controlling the time of possession and getting that W. The Jaguars are going to try to get that last-second field goal in, but the defense is going to be too strong. Last week was an anomaly for Baker Mayfield to escape that last drive on the defense against us. Ain't going to happen 2 weeks in a row, especially with Trevor Lawrence. Texans defense does its thing. They stand up, they slow down the Jags, and they get themselves to 1-2 moving forward to next week against the Tennessee Titans, and I can't wait to break it all down then. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans.